Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. I'm super excited because today, the day that you are seeing this video, there is supposed to be a new snapshot coming out, and I think it's going to be super awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. But unfortunately, I'm not recording this on the day that you're seeing it. I'm recording it yesterday. For me, Tuesday, because I always record my videos the day before, because reasons. So, yeah, but hopefully next Kingdoms episode, we will be in the next snapshot. What I want to do in today's episode is I would like to build a stable right here in this plot, right off the main road, because we got this, the central plaza, the forum right here, and then we've got a main road, and this road goes all the way off into the distance to Woodsong. And now that we have a road that connects everything up, I'd like to be able to use my horse, wherever he is. He's around here somewhere. I'd like to be able to use my horse to run back and forth for when I don't feel like flying. But that means that I need a place to put said horse, because said horse likes to wander off. Oh, there he is. Stupid horse. See? He's not a bad horse. He's not a terrible horse, but he likes to wander off and be annoying and do things. So I want to build a stable right in this area right here. I think this is a good spot for it, right off the main road, and I think it will be pretty good. So it's going to be kind of interesting to attempt to fit this stable within the build style that we've established for the rest of the kingdom. I think that's going to be an interesting challenge, and I'm looking forward to it. So, first and foremost, let's start by just putting down a couple things. Let's grab some nether brick and some stairs, and I'll just toss those in there, and then we'll grab some polished granite as well. And I'm thinking we're going to want a couple stalls in this stable for horses, right? I don't think we want just one. And I'm thinking we want the main stable to face in this direction, towards the road, like right here. I think that makes the most sense. We may even, if I build the stable small enough, we may even be able to make use of this space for other stuff. Like maybe we have a stable that's a little bit smaller and goes maybe to here, and then we could have some sort of other building, elsewhere. It would give us some more space with some of our other plots. So I'm thinking we're going to put the stable like right about here-ish. Now, another interesting challenge, I guess we could call it a challenge, is the fact that we have this elevation change, like right in the middle of where we want our stables to go. And I don't know that I like that necessarily. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe peeling this back a bit. And then maybe we actually even bring this over a bit more. Like so, right? Something like this, maybe. And then the stable would go up on top. Do I like that a little better? Then we'd have to make stairs so you can actually get up to the stables. I don't necessarily think that would be a horrible thing, though. Decisions. Sometimes it's hard to decide on these things. Let's grab a little bit more grass. Right there. There we go. And haha, grass. Okay. So, I don't think this slope here is ridiculous. I don't think this is unreasonable. Let's start maybe laying out by laying out some plots, right? So, we'll say maybe I even scoot that back one more. So if we did that, that would give us 1, 2, 3 stalls that are 2 blocks wide each. which would do the trick. And then I'd want those to be probably 3 or 4 deep, like so. I think that would work. Okay. So we would do something along those lines, and I think that would be fine. Okay. Now, in here, we're not going to want... Well, in fact... Yeah, in here, we're not going to want grass. We'll want probably like coarse dirt. Probably like a coarse dirt and brown concrete powder mix, I think would be best. So let's just maybe go like that. Oh, come on now. Having difficulty placing things. You know, just kind of randomizing these textures a little bit, like so, right? Just to kind of mix up the area inside the stables. And then I think what we would probably do is right here, I would do like nether brick stairs, like so. And I think that would work. Let's grab a little bit of spruce. Make some spruce doors. I've already got some spruce doors with me. And I'm thinking that these would go right here. Why you place funny? There we go. There. I'm thinking those would go like so. So this is like our stable doors, right? And we would be able to get our horses in and out. And I think that'll do. Now, as for windows and stuff, maybe we go, will fences connect to the back of stairs? That's something I need to know. No, they won't. They won't let critters through either, so it wouldn't all be bad. But the reason that I bring it up is because I'm thinking I'd like to do something kind of like this for our stairs, or for our back and front, right? Something kind of like that. It looks a little funky though. So maybe instead we end up kind of kicking that out like 1 block. Like here instead. Even though that's going to look a little funny, I think it could be okay. I also need to sleep. Where is my ender chest? And sleep. Haha! I'm a professional sleeper. It totally worked. Awesome. Okay. So, because we could easily enough do spruce stairs like this, right? Like, and that would be okay. That would be perfectly fine. This will prevent the horses from being able to get to each other and all that kind of good stuff. I don't know that I like that, though. This could be a little trickier than I had initially thought, honestly. Because I would like to have fences kind of on the back over here, too. Maybe we build these up, like, too high. We put fences there. Right? Oh. Nope. Like so? Maybe we do something like that. And then we bring this across like so? Maybe? How does that look? That looks so weird. I don't know that I like that. Let's just try it. Let's try it and see if we can make it work for us. Because maybe we can. Maybe once we get a roof up here, it'll all be good. We'll have to see. Okay. Now here, this is where things would get a little funny, because I would like... Well, I mean, actually, I suppose we could do something like this. Right? With the stuff behind? Like, it's a little weird, but... Or, actually, you know what we could do? Is in these little bits right here, we could just get rid of this first row, so to speak. And then it would be symmetrical on both ends. So that might be our best option. Is it perfect? No. But I think it works. And then maybe up here, we would take something like that across the top. What do we think? That might work. Okay, where's my horse? Horsey, where'd you go? Oh, look at him wander. He wandered all the way over there, just in the last couple minutes. Can you get in there without dying or taking damage? If I do that, and this... Yes, it works. Awesome. Okay, so we've got a good start. We've got a pretty good start here. I'm happy. Now, let's make some of these guys. Let's go up to here, just so I have some sort of like a guide block, so to speak. And let's make a roof on this thing that goes around the edge. Doot, and doot, 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 doot. There we go. Okay, how does that look? It's okay. It's not great, but you know what? It'll be fine. I think once we actually get up there and put one more level on the roof, I think it'll be significantly improved. Let's go here. And actually, I think given the relatively small size of this building, I think I kind of just want to go straight for the slabbage. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Instead of doing all the other stuff that I would normally do, I'm thinking maybe we just go straight up to the slab level, like this. And I think that might be really good. Oh, come here, you. Break. We're also going to need some light sources in there, obviously. Otherwise, we're going to get stuff spawning, which is not what we want. But we can worry about that momentarily. Oh, look at that. Exactly. Exactly the proper number of slabs. I am so professional at this game. There we go. So yeah, we got like a little stable type deal going here. Real simple. Real simple. Now, we need some sort of stairs. I think we get rid of this row here. And we go to here. And let's break those out as well. This one I'll break. Actually, you know what? I will break this one right now. Let's go there. And there. And then I need to put these doors back. Except you... No! Horse, stay. Okay. There we go. Much better. Okay. Let's go... like this. And like that. And I think that'll be good. Because then we're going to have, we're going to need slabs that lead up towards the bottom. Oh, that one. There. There we go. What do we think? I think that'll do. All right, let's go grab some jungle wood slabs, because that blends the best with the coarse dirt and the brown concrete powder, I think. We'll grab, let's just grab a stack of those. That'll do. I'm not going to need nearly a stack, but hey, whatever. And then we'll go slabs like so. Now, the question is, can I? Yes. Good. Good. Okay, so I think this is all pretty good so far. We do need to do something up here for our ceiling, and I would honestly kind of prefer not to use any more red sandstone than I have to, because red sandstone is really expensive. I don't have a whole lot of access to it, if you know what I mean. But spruce wood, on the other hand, pretty easy. Not difficult to get, and not difficult to get quite a lot of. Now, it is going to be dark in here, so we're going to have to be kind of careful. Let's go like that. And we'll see if we can figure out... There's a couple ways that I could do the lighting, potentially. Obviously, doors are considered transparent blocks, so they will let light through, and I'm hopeful that if I light the outside well enough, the doors will also, like, the light will get all of this stuff here. That's what I'm hoping. So, say we grab some... Ooh, nether brick fences actually could be really good, because we could potentially do something like this with a fence on it, right? And then throw a torch on, like so. And that could possibly do the trick, lighting-wise. That may also seem a little bit too bulky from the front. No, I don't think that's bad, honestly. The other option would be we could do a stair like this, but then this thing is just floating there. Like, it needs to connect to something. So I think the blocks are probably our best option. Then it also gives us this nice symmetrical deal. So let's just get in here and let's just see if we F3, 7. And 7 is the lowest light level where things will spawn. I was so hoping that would work. Well, on the other hand, what if we did away with the fences and I put our torches directly on the block? Would that make enough of a difference? Because if so, there are still things we can do. 10, 11. Yeah, looks like that should do the trick as far as lighting is concerned. Nothing should be in here that, nothing should be able to spawn in there. So that is good. So I think what we should do then, let's get rid of this guy right here. I think what we should probably do then, grab these different blocks here. We'll maybe do a concrete there, a concrete here with some coarse dirt, concrete, maybe like that, right? Just to kind of add some variation in. I think that's good. And then I'm thinking, instead of grass right here, I want something else. I don't know necessarily that I want it to be... Oh, that's kind of a cool look. I kind of like that. Because the other option would be something like that. And that's also a pretty good look, I think. I think I almost like that better. With the little bits that kind of come out just to emphasize the pathway leading up, right? Yeah, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. I like it. Oh, come on. Fly, please. There we go. All right, so now what I need is some item frames, and I don't know if I actually have any. Doesn't look like it. That's okay, though. That's okay. I can make some. Let's grab some leather like so. That should be enough, I would think. Fly back to our construction site, and here's a trick we haven't used in a while, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam! 4 item frames, and we can go here, 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 and here, and then in them. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this in a different order. We can do something like that and do the torch, and then it kind of looks like a little torch holder, which I think actually works really well. It's an old trick. It's a really old trick, in fact, but it's a classic, and it works well for a reason. And I think this is one place where it really kind of makes sense to implement it, especially with the nether brick fences. Like, I think that works out really well. So we've got a little bit of a stables going on. I'm happy with it. I think it's good. And it didn't use a whole lot of this plot either. Like, it's pretty small in size, but it gives us a place to store our horses and things like that. So that is good. Now, let's put this stuff away. Actually, let me do that detail, the gray concrete powder. Oh, I didn't actually grab any, did I? Let me do the wall details where I need to. Let me finish that part of it up, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, I am back. So we've got the wall detailing taken care of. It's nothing fancy. It's the same detailing I've used, basically everywhere else in the kingdom, so it shouldn't be anything new to you. And then we've got some hay bales, and I just want to kind of work a couple of hay bales in right here. And I'm thinking we'll just kind of do some stuff like this, right? Now there's a 1 block gap, but hey, that just lets me save a little bit of hay, which is probably a good thing because this stuff is expensive. Maybe we do something like this. Just kind of get a little bit of hay in the sides like so. And we could maybe even put some like kind of over here, out into the road. I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing. And maybe over here as well. Maybe we do that. They've just got some hay that's kind of built up around the stables. Let's actually get rid of this hay right here. I don't think I like it. But over on the other side, just for, a bit of detail, we can say, yeah, they've got hay over here. Just kind of built up. Couple hay bales and things along those lines. And I think that is probably fine. Maybe we put one right here. Yeah, that seems good. That seems really good. Okay, so we got some stables going. I think I'm happy with it for the most part. I think it's really good. Let's just take one more look at it to make sure. Horse is safe. I may have to light up. Actually, the back area behind it looks pretty mob safe as well. I don't think I really had to get rid of too many torches. Those torches on there on the front will keep everything all good. So I think we should be fine. Let me just go ahead and get everything cleaned up here, and then I'll be back with you. All right, guys, I am back, and it is time to jump into the comment or question of the day. Today's question comes from Emily Elrod, and Emily says, I know I personally have watched every episode of this series, and I often comment on the videos, and I was just wondering if you ever notice your regulars. Like, do you ever look at the comment section and go like, oh, there's so-and-so again? If so, maybe this whole viewer-content creator relationship isn't so one-sided after all. Emily, yes, I totally do. I definitely notice my regulars. I notice the people who comment regularly. I notice the people who like the videos, who also are on Twitter, and I get those, I get like the automated tweet that says, so-and-so liked your video. Like, I notice all those things. When it's a name that repeatedly shows up over and over again, I definitely do take notice of those things. People who support me on Patreon, people who hang out in streams, people who comment regularly, like the video regularly, all that kind of stuff. That's really what this community is all about. Now, that's not to say that if you're not a quote-unquote regular, you're not part of the community. But obviously, it's hard for me to take notice of people who never leave a comment or who never, if there's no sort of indication that someone's watching a video, other than just the fact that I can see my video has one extra view, then it's really hard for me to kind of make that connection that that person is someone who repeatedly watches my videos. But when I see the comments from the same group of people, or likes from the same groups of people, all those sorts of things, I definitely do take notice of that and who those people are who are consistently watching my content. So if you are one of the regulars, or if you just are watching the content, hey, thank you. I do appreciate it. It really helps out a lot, and I couldn't do this without you. But guys, this is time for me to wrap it up. My friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I almost said leave me a content. What does leave me a content mean? I don't even know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Links in the description down below. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.